Hello everyone, this is the first of what we've been doing with a few of the members at the gym. So it's called What's Your Excuse? And basically we're gonna go for as many members as possible, looking at why people don't train, why people struggle, and how they kind of fit in with their careers, days and whatnot. So first of all, we have Mrs. Johnson on. Yeah, introduce yourself, say hello, tell us about yourself and just go from there really.
So hi, I'm Vanessa, aka Ness. I am a working, busy mum of two. I've been at Elevate now for coming up 2 years, and I am the queen of excuses. I'll have to talk about how I get over those, and yeah, ask me some questions.
Let's talk about what does that average day look for you like in the week? So talk us through an average Monday for you.
So a Monday, my non-negotiable workout days are Mondays, Wednesdays, Friday. I feel like minimum of 3 workouts for the week. That's good for me. Maximum, well, I probably try and do about 4 or 5 if I can, but yeah, early morning, wake up. I'm always a 6 a.m-er. I find that I'm not going to make an excuse not to go because my kids are still in bed, so I don't get the mum guilt of coming to the gym. They're still asleep. By the time I get home, they've only just woken up, so they don't even know I've gone out and I've gone to the gym. Then it's back home to the busyness of life to begin. Doing breakfast, getting the kids ready for school, getting them to school, off to work for the day. Then it's back to kids clubs. So I feel like if I've gone to the gym in the morning, I've done that bit for me. I haven't got the busyness of my whole day going on in my head. I've woken up, I've smashed a session out, and then it's done for the day. When I'm at work, I'm sat down for a lot of the time, so I don't feel so guilty for not being up and active because I've done my workout in the morning. So yeah, that seems to work for me.
That's the day for you. What happens if you miss the morning?
If I miss the morning, I do try and make it up in the evening, but again, that's when the excuses will start because I'm busy running around after my kids, million clubs. They're super active as well. Or I will book in for another day, but generally speaking, I am quite strict I'm a creature of habit, so I love keeping my Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I generally try and stick to those.
So if you were to miss a morning, how do you feel differently? Do you feel mentally different?
Oh yeah,
at work?
100%.
And how does that feel?
Yeah, no, it has a real knock-on effect for me. Like I feel like if I come in the morning, my endorphins are going. I feel confident. I feel like I've done something. I've done something for myself. So again, it makes me a better mum because I feel like I'm doing something for me.
Oh, here you go. What does your job actually involve? This is where you can plug yourself.
Okay.
So what does your job involve? What do you do? And what kind of roles, responsibilities do you have that kind of cause stress to make you want to train as well?
Okay, so I am an estate agent for Pair Properties, although I predominantly have more of an office-based role now, where I sort of look after the marketing, HR, bits and pieces like that. But I am often out and about on viewings as well and dealing with sales progression, which can be really challenging at times, dealing with sales, trying to get them through, lettings, viewings as well. So predominantly I'm office-based, but if I am going out and about, I'm getting in the car and I'm going to a viewing. So again, I'm not active at all. My step count sometimes, if I haven't been here in the morning, it's like 2,000 by the end of the day. So it's really important for me to get my training in because I am so sedentary for most of the day.
All right, first of all, where can somebody find you if they want a rental or a house sold? Who do they contact?
So contact me, Pair Properties. We're based in Lancing, but we cover most of West Sussex. So yeah, from sort of Littlehampton all the way along to Brighton and places as well. Sales, lettings, property management, anything like that, I'm your girl.
We'll put in the description, we'll put in all your things. Do you want your email? And was there Vanessa at Pair Properties.
.uk.
Cool, we'll whack that in there as well. So let's go on to the next one. How does your partner help with like your training? How does that kind of work? Is he supportive?
Yeah, 100%. So he is really active as well. He goes to a similar competitor gym and is big into his running as well. So again, like although we're busy, we're both working full time, our kids have super busy sport lives as well, we have to make time for each other. So we go on alternate mornings and he is super supportive of me and he'll give me a kick up the bum if I am thinking of an excuse of, I don't think I can get up tomorrow, I've had a really busy day today. He'll really support me and give me a kick out the door. We do have like a little gym set up at home as well. So my idea that we would use that at home just never ever happened. So coming here is like really important for me.
You were actually going to leave, weren't you, to do your training at home and then it never happened?
No, I tried to motivate myself to do it at home. Never going to happen because if you could get an extra hour in bed, or you could walk to the end of the garden, or come here. Like, I'm 100% going to come here. I'm going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to be motivated by you telling me, where were you this morning, Nick? And I'm not going to want to let you guys down and take up a space for the
That's what I was going to ask, because that's the thing that comes up quite a lot. Like, I don't want to let the space down, I don't want to lose my slot.
Yeah, because someone else could have had it otherwise, so I'm not going to not turn up to it. Whereas, am I going to turn my alarm off and not walk to the end of the garden to the gym? Then yeah, most likely.
It's more likely, isn't it? Yeah. And going back to obviously Perry as well, I remember you dieting before. When you were sort of like dieting, if both of you are doing it, how much easier is it than if like one of you's on it and one of you's not?
Exactly. And like we've incorporated things like, now that I've started running and he's a runner, we'll go out on family runs. So the kids will get on their bike and he'll say, come on, let's go for a run. He'll push me that extra kilometre. He'll push me to go a bit faster. So that's just like now become like what we do as a family, rather than, and I think it's really good for the boys as well. Like, yes, they're super sporty, but seeing that mum and dad exercise as well, like that's just, really good. They just know that that's what we do. And I think it's important to teach them like how to be fit and healthy. Yeah, it's just like, become something that we do now.
And a big thing that we're like big on is obviously with our kids, the role model side of things.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't make the time for their kids, well, they don't make the time for their kids, let alone themselves and exercise.
Yeah.
How much of a knock-on effect do you think that has for like kids growing up? Like, off topic slightly, but...
Yeah, no, definitely.
Basically, if you got a parent and they're overweight, what's the likelihood of that child
turning out to be
like that?
It's like the same cycle, isn't it? So you'd hope that the things that we're doing now, and us working out, being healthy, obviously we're trying healthy eat as well, getting them involved in it. I mean, sometimes the boys will occasionally have to come in with me if I've got to rush them off to Cubs or something afterwards, and they're seeing all the role models in here, working parents, a lot of parents that they know that, you know, we're all keeping active and fit and healthy. That's just going to become the norm for them. They're not going to want to sit at home, and I mean, they'll always choose sport and fitness over sitting in and gaming or whatever. They're always out in the garden, or they'll come into the gym and they'll want to do some pull-ups, or like, because that's, to them, is just natural. Like, that's just what you do.
I think there's an age, isn't there, where kids, they'll be sporty at school, and then like 13, 14, they start to go the other way, like gaming, just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
I think that's like the best time to get them into something at that sort of like teenager time, I guess, isn't it? Yeah,
absolutely. And like, I think like our choice will always be now, like, to go for a run or to do something active, as opposed to, oh, we've got an hour spare, shall we just, you know, all sit and game, or like, that's just not what we do. So I think, it's really important to me that we do set those boundaries and that sort of, that
it's
aim
like healthy
for the
lifestyle,
kids.
isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. What about like where I've been before? I don't know, like just at commercial gyms.
Yeah.
But I suppose we've spoken about that, about like home gym and stuff.
Well, you're David Lloyd, weren't you?
No, Worthing Leisure Centre. I was literally there since I was like 15. But then no one's keeping me accountable.
So how long did you go there but not go?
I literally had a membership from the age of 15 to before I came to you. So like...
How often would you go?
20 years. I'd pick and choose. It wasn't a routine. It was just...
So I'm just trying to figure out how much money you wasted in the last 20 years.
Compared to, I'd often go sort of a couple of weeks.
Was it 40 £40 a month?
Yeah, something like that, I think it was.
So £500 a year for 20 years.
Yeah, how many times I didn't go. It's a lot of money.
That's an expensive membership.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between that and obviously what you come to now? Like, why do you turn up?
Well, I think if there's ever any niggles or pains or anything that any of us have got, you guys will always tailor a particular exercise if it's hurting, or you'll look at our form and you'll say, well, actually, I can see maybe you are aching because you're not quite standing right, or you're not quite holding it right, or whatever. And I think if you had a niggle or an ache or a pain and you're just working out on your own, you're not going to necessarily know what you're doing wrong. So I think then you're going to not go because you're not feeling good. You think it's hurting you. It's just like a knock-on effect. Whereas you come here, actually changing your form or whatever it might be is then going to teach you how to do it properly, and you're going to be more encouraged to come, because as opposed to scared, because you've got the support from you guys as well. So.
And I think as well, a lot of people will message us on WhatsApp and say, oh, I've hurt myself, I've done this, I've done that, shall I still come? And we'll always say yes.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go into the normal gym, you're just be like, oh, actually, no, I won't go today. I'll have the week off.
Yeah.
And then it will get worse.
Yeah, and that's been like mum's feedback particularly.
Your mum's
she'll always say like, oh, James has been so good with me. He told me I couldn't do this time. so I took it a bit lighter, or I changed it and I did this instead, and I was so much better. And she's actually like motivated to come, because she's like, I know it's not gonna, she's not scared. So yeah, it's good all round.
Perfect. I think that's it really.
Yeah?
I think you've answered everything.
Okay.
Most of them were in the first 30 seconds.
It's just a load of shit.
No, it's fine. Here we go. One more. What would you say to someone listening to this who's sitting there thinking, I'm busy, I haven't got time, like that, someone that's in your position?
That was me. That was 100% me. You have got time. I mean, for me personally, as I say, I always come in the morning, then it's done. I haven't got to worry about it, because I will, if I booked in for the evening, there will always be something that crops up or something that's more important. And I don't feel guilty for going. If I went in the evening, for me, I would feel guilty because I work most of the day. Then it's picking the kids up from mum and dad or wherever they've been. And then I'm not going to want to leave them. So that's easy for me. That's an easy excuse for me, is I put my kids first, but put myself in first, come in the morning, just get it done. You'll love it. You will find the time. I mean, if I can, like, you can too. And the guys are so supportive here. It's a great community. They're encouraging. I've even started running, which I never ever thought in a million years
You're doing
I'd start
10K, aren't you, on Sunday?
Oh, still not booked, but we'll think about that one. Maybe not. Yeah, no, so yeah, definitely join.
Just come back to one thing. I was just thinking, you were saying about your Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do you book that? When do you book that? Is that like
the week before?
You book that the week before, so it's all in the diary.
It's all in the diary. It's done. It's like an appointment at work. I'm not going to not turn up for the appointment. That, for me, that's just how I think of it. And yeah, I'm not going to not turn up to a viewing. Not going to not turn up to the gym.
Perfect. Right, that's it, I think. So yeah, I think we'll do more of these. We'll get different people in different careers, different lives. Then we'll obviously get feedback on that.